Hello. I was hesitating whether I want to record the stream, but I figured I might as well record it and upload it to YouTube because why not? Because I'm, moving my whole stream history to YouTube actively, so I guess so. This is not the view you're used to seeing because we are not going to be vibing in terms of games today. Oops, my bad. Excuse me. Let me just move this out of the way. Let me see if I have anything running otherwise requiring attention. No, perfect. So I wanted to get back to doing this for a while now, and I promised to do this on Wednesdays. I ended up not doing this on Wednesdays. It ended up happening today. Today was supposed to be a Trackmania day. It's not going to be a Trackmania day because I don't feel like driving for 3 hours, and I'm also late, but I did want to do what I wanted to do on Wednesday. So, as you might know, Minecraft 1.21.9 came out very, very recently. With that release, we of course have our lovely server that we're keeping alive. And that we are, it gets some activity recently actually, but it's still on 1.21.6, and that's just because the homes mod I was using, the homes mod, the one that allows you to do /home and teleport home back, etc., has been not updated since 1.21.6 came out. People were giving the developer issues lists that the stuff is happening and that it's not updated, and they should update it because it doesn't work with new versions, even though they were just hotfixes, and they didn't care. I have no idea if they're going to update that mod at all, but what I do know is that I have the power in my very fingerinos and my head to make a mod like that. It shouldn't be that hard. It should be quite easy actually to make a mod which calls one command, which exposes a command that you can call, and it just calls TP on a player, right? And that's essentially it. So I think that's what we're gonna do today. I want to at least dive into this because I've never made a mod in my entire life. So I also want this to be put out there. I never made a Minecraft mod in my entire life. I do know how to code though, as you probably know. Gigi nearly replied to some random tweet by sitting on my keyboard. Of course she did. Of course she did. Yeah, so I guess that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna sit down here. We're gonna try and figure out how to get mod work, how to make mod, how to work mod. So first things first, what I did already a couple steps ahead of time. Let me open the website here and put it on full screen. So the mod uses Fabric. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see even on a smaller screen. The server we have uses Fabric as a mod loader. I love Fabric. Fabric is great. Fabric is extremely cool because it's been made in such a way that updating it is just literally when a new Minecraft version releases, this also releases right after it because it's been made in such a way that it makes it easy to upgrade everything, right? And what the important things is that Fabric itself is a loader, so it's going to load mods for us, right? And the mod I'm gonna make is also gonna be loaded by this. I know that much. There's this beautiful big develop in the middle because they have something. We're gonna come over to that in a second. Now we have already Minecraft 1.21.10. Oh my god. This is really nice. We kindly ask we give mod developers time to update to this new version. We kindly ask everyone not to pester them. Yeah, sure. So, okay. There is Minecraft 1.21.10 already out. Okay, we're going to be targeting that probably. Let me, in the process of that, actually, start Prism. Here is Prism. Let me see if there's a newer version, because why would we target 121.9 if we can target 121.10? Oh, RC1. Okay. So it's just a release candidate. Okay. That's not a big deal then. I prepared a separate little installation of Minecraft here so that I can just run it, just the mod itself, without any other mods interrupting it, right? So that should be nice. We're gonna come back to this later. As for development, Fabric gives you powerful tools to change the game however you like. Use the online template generator to get started. You can use the example mod repository or CLI tools. So what I did is, the way I understand it right now, and the way I looked at it and understand it, is that we have Fabric, which is the one that loads the mods for us, right? Is the loader. There's also Yarn, and Yarn is, I think, the thing that connects your mod to Minecraft. So via Yarn, you can do things in Minecraft with from the perspective of your mod. That's the way I understand it. There's also Loom. Actually, they described it here. Yarn is a set of open Minecraft mappings free for everyone to use under Creative Commons 0 license. Yeah, Fabric Loom is a Gradle plugin enabling developers to easily develop and debug mods. Yeah, so Loom is used to build stuff, to build the mod. Yarn is used to presumably connect to Minecraft. And then Fabric loads our mod. I think that's easy enough. I think I understand that. So I visited the example mod repository. This opens GitHub. GitHub has this repo here, and I did use this repo as a template. GitHub has a very nice little create based on this template or something button, and I created our own repository called allppp homes, allppp being the server, homes being homes. So we're gonna take a look right on that right away. Excuse me, threw up in my mouth a little bit. What the fuck is this? Why is there... Oh my god. Okay. Show view by default? No. How can I show view never? Hide. Perfect. Actually, you know what? Makes me want to check. I have a bunch of extensions here, but... No. Okay. Yeah, it's being heavily recommended. I use VS Code at work as well, and for some reason in VS Code just auto-magically installed GitHub Copilot on my as an extension on my work computer. I never clicked yes to do so. It just kind of did it. Very cool. What is this? No longer available. No longer available. Filter line is no longer available. That's really sad because it's a nice plugin. Do I have a Java thing here? I don't. We're gonna get the extension pack for Java. I do use it at work. We don't need the IntelliCode AI assisted development though. Yeah. Uninstall this. We don't need that. Thank you. EP. Okay, opening Java projects. Lovely. So, as far as I'm concerned, go away. Check details. Yes, I want to see what is happening here. As far as I'm concerned, I know that null. Sure, null. Me too. I know that this is built with Gradle. I have used Gradle quite a lot. Let me... Yeah, I'm gonna let it actually do its thing for a start. It's still processing shit. And in the meantime, we're gonna take a look at this. This is literally one-to-one the repository that... I opened earlier on to show you guys. So let me see. Can I zoom this in somehow? This is the wrong window. This should be a little more visible. Can maybe make it like this to make it even more visible. We'll see. All right. For now, it's downloading everything, so we gotta give it a second. I don't want to paste anything, actually. So how are you guys doing? Well, this thing is thinking. Vibing. GG is helping with vibing, I'm almost certain. Working towards thriving, perfect. That's important. It's important to work toward thriving. So, I think what I would like to do... Let's start browsing here, actually. So, source main Java com example. Source main Java com example mixin, blah, 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 blah. Example mod. Example mixin. Okay. This logger is used to write text to the console in the log file. It is considered the best practice to use your mod ID as the logger's name. That way it's clear which mod wrote info, warnings, errors, etc. Perfect. So we're going to actually in Java create a new folder called com. Oh, there's already a folder called com. I'm silly. Create a new folder called lookepl. And in the folder called lookepl, we're going to create a new file called main mod lpp homes mod. Perfect. So it definitely has to fetch a couple of things here. The package is actually already provided, so we don't need it. Okay, this thing's done. Perfect. I feel dumb and I think I hear something I heard before on classes like 3 years ago. I have classes that are basically the same thing that I had in my bachelor's, and they're also with the same mister too. You know what? When I was doing my masters, I started... I essentially, like, when you do your masters, very often there's a couple of classes that, I mean, at least in my college, it was the case. There were some classes that were repeats from bachelors or engineers, so like from the previous tier, if that makes sense. And those classes, well, in my college at least, could be skipped when you provided them information that you did those classes already. But it also depends, because for me, I did electronics, like electrical engineering, like not electrical engineering, electronics and computer engineering for engineers, and then I moved to computer science for masters. And there was very little overlap, so there was like only 1 or 2 classes that were actually, that I could actually skip this way. And there was like 6 other classes that I couldn't. But what the college also did is that if you were, for example, coming in for masters from a different college, you would have to like sit down. You could eventually sit down with the dean or like someone else from like the office and go through the classes you did in the previous college to see if there are matching classes, so that you just don't do repeats. They just write the grade you got at that class, essentially. So maybe there's something like that. Maybe the college's system is unaware of you doing already something similar, you know? Because maybe they just renamed it to something else and there's some sort of confusion, because you had a little break too, if I remember correctly. I don't know. Okay, so mod ID. Yeah, we'll probably do changes to this, but I first want to kind of just go through whatever we have here. Let me just copy the contents of this as well. Let me also use the only proper way to indent your project using spaces. Thank you very much. Oops. Yes, it worked. Beautiful. Hello, Fabric World. Perfect. Uninitialize. Oh, right. It has to implements mod initializer. There you go. We're gonna use Java style. This is going to be LPPP homes. This is our mod ID. Logger factory get logger. SLF4J is used for logging. Beautiful. Example mod. So we have this moved perfect. Okay, let me just move this mix in here. Sure. And we can then remove this. Move. Thank you. There we go. LPP homes mixin. Yes, please do your refactoring. And also, thank you, that's important. Net Minecraft server, sponge powered ASM mixin, injection at inject callback info. Head method load world. This code is injected into the start of the Minecraft server load world. Okay, lovely. We also have the client side. I think I do want the server side though. I think we won't need the client part because yeah, client specific logic such as rendering. We don't need any of this. I'm almost certain because what about this? This is just client. Okay. I'm almost certain we don't need any of this because we don't simply because it's gonna be just a server side mod. Let me see. Fabric mod JSON. What is here? Mod ID. LPPP homes. Version. Yeah. Example mod name. LPPP homes. Like this. Description. Homes mod developed for LPPP server. Authors. Okay, that's me. Contact, homepage. Oh shit. Sources. This is sources. Homepage. I mean, I don't really have a homepage, but sure, I can put in this. License, Creative Commons. Yes, has to be Creative Commons, I think. Icon, entry points. Okay, I don't think we need a client entry point. Actually, you know what? Well, first of all, I don't really notice right now, but let me just do this. Mod ID mixins JSON. This is for client. Depends. Fabric loader, Minecraft, Java, Fabric API. Suggests another mod. We don't have another mod suggestion. We're gonna leave this empty. Comments are not permitted in JSON. Well, I don't know how to tell you this other than we're gonna make a new file. Well, actually, I can always go back to the example, so I'll just remove it. This is all in Git anyway. So my college knew I am an absolvent and they didn't even split the gross because of that. Okay, then I don't know. Then you're maybe it's like just another stage, like it's more advanced. I don't know. I did have a couple classes which seemed like repeats, but in reality were just, you know, improvements. Actually, I just realized that this might come in handy because this file is literally right here. Mod ID mixins JSON suggests, yeah, mod ID mixins JSON. What's over here? Package. Com keyjet, yeah, LowKeyPL. Mixin. What Java 21? Mixins. I don't know what are they for yet. So I might be just spending my time unnecessarily on this, but acquire annotations. Okay. So to be LPPP homes world soon TM. Perfect. Okay. I want to see this message appear on Minecraft when it loads, presumably. This is on initialize, presumably when it loads. Presumably, perhaps. This also made me realize that we probably want to set up a server binary or something going on. But let's see. So, what happens if I build this? If I go to terminal, if I open MSys, Grail. Failed. Could not resolve all artifacts, could not resolve net MC Fabric Loom 111 snapshot. Okay. It needs Fabric Loom. How do I give it Fabric Loom? Also have old Gradle. What Gradle version I have? 8.9? Okay, we can do 8.14 then, I guess. But oh, it's because this thing is compatible with Gradle 14. Okay, I get it. Sure. Gradle org. Install Gradle. Releases page. Actually, you know, let me do one more thing. I just remembered I wanted to do something extra. Steam can go. Screen settings. Hop. Boom. Thank you. So that every window I open opens on the second screen. So once again, gradle.org. Install all the releases. They said 8.14 is what they need, right? So let's give it 8.14. 8.14.3. Download. 8.14. Cut. Gradle. Paste. Copy. Paste. Okay. Config fish, config fish. Hang on, let me fix this config a little bit. -x Gradle home. Windows. Paste. Hello. Hello. Why is it not working? What is happening? Is it just, I think it's probably actually, yeah, I see. Okay. So I have versions 5, 9, and 14.3. And I will add comment these out. Sorry, 1 second. Finishing. I'm working on this. Gradle home. Not Gine, but home. That should be fine. Need to restart this terminal. Restart. Gradle minus version 14.3. Beautiful. That's so we need to also close this guy. Open new guy. 14.3. Lovely. Freaking awesome, I would even say. So if I now run Gradle, what happens? The new version. There we go. We're actually doing things. Okay. Build successful. So, how is this gonna work? I just need to like establish a workflow here a little bit. There is a build folder, resources, yada yada. Where's my result? You know, where's my mod? Does readme say something? No. How does this Gradle file look in general? There's just properties here. Minecraft version, I want it to be 9. And I want it to be 9. Plus 121, 9, because we're targeting 9. So I guess I have to rebuild this now. Well, let's not be that optimistic for the version. Let's make this. Come look EPL. Maybe this is the thing. Maybe the Maven group was different. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Try again. Oh, it's because the freaking... I get it, because Visual Studio took over Gradle right now. Okay, we're gonna wait. Is it doing everything all over again? Okay. I love Java plugins, dude, for Visual Studio. I love that we have to like wait for 10 years to be able to do something. Publish diagnostics. Perfect. Okay. Gradle. Okay. Gradle task. All right. What is the tasks? What are the tasks? What tasks are available? Fabric tasks. Gen sources, remap jar. Process include migrate mappings, run client, run server. Okay. Gradle build. I think we can just do Gradle build. Let's do Gradle build. Okay. Do I have a... well, let me see here. Build. Okay. This is more like it. Generated? No. Libs? Mod ID 001 sources. Okay, and mod ID 001. I don't want mod ID here. Where's mod ID? Build Gradle. Okay, maybe here. Archives base name. Presumably this is it. Presumably this is what we need to do. Gradle clean. Do we have a clean? Gradle build. Okay. Is that better? LPP homes. There we go. Okay. Where is mod ID? Actually in here, because this is interesting. Assets mod ID icon. Assets mod ID icon. Yeah, we can rename this to LPPP homes, I guess, because we don't need to. Let's just name the mod ID wherever we can, just so I don't have to. See it anymore. LPPP homes, and there you go. This is just kind of a base so that we can make this our own and we don't have to ever think about it again. Where is mod ID? How about this? Oh my god, okay. Okay. This works. This created this. So now my assumption is that if I bring this guy in, actually, let me do this off screen very quickly. Do we have, yes. Yes, okay. Mod list, empty. No mods. Add file. All PPP homes. Boom. Build, libs. Jar. Mod ID. This is perfect. This is a beautiful icon, actually, by the way. Hang on. Didn't even look at it. Wow, it's actually perfect. Wow, I love it. It stays. I'm not changing it at all. LPPP Homes by Loki. Look at that. Homes mod developed for LPPP servers. So this is all the data that it fetched that I filled in the properties file and shit. Okay, that's lovely. So what happens if I launch Minecraft now? Incompatible mods found. Install Fabric API for any version. Okay, we will. We can actually do that very fast. Fabric API. (0134). So there was a mention about Fabric here. Hang on. Fabric API. Any. Okay. The star is for any. So this should be 9 as well, because we're upgrading to 9. We're depending on 9. 9. Let's build and see. And I will add mod to down time. Fabric API. Okay. Launch. Oh, this is the old one. My bad. Yeah. I need to probably remove this guy and then add file and then add it again. Exception code from launcher. Runtime exception. Error parsing or using mixing config for model PPP homes. Okay. Client. Is it because I'm starting a client Minecraft? Very possible. Here, let me figure this out. Can I create a server instance? Or do I need to manually run it? Or do I have to have a client bit? Because I don't really need the client bit. Let me see, where is it used? Oh. I think, okay, I guess maybe this is not needed then. I would assume this is not needed. Let's see. Let's give it another try. Build. Edit, mods, remove, add file, add this file, launch. Game crashed. That's a good start. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. What did I do? Okay. Can't get device before it was initialized. Okay, setting user Loki PL. Great, mega, awesome. Render system. Don't be sad, have a hug, heart emoji. It's very funny. Can I zoom this in? No, I can't. Could not execute entry point stage main due to errors provided by LPPP homes at com example mod. Caused by entry point exception. Exception while loading entries for entry point main provided by LPPP homes. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, and so is this my problem? Let me see. Loader, Prism. Failed to get system info for render extensions. Can't get device before it was initialized. That doesn't sound like my problem right now, but maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. Could not execute entry on stage main due to errors. Okay. Can you show me where the errors happened? Java class not found exception. Colon example mode. Well, that would cause it probably. Where are you looking for? Ah, I'm silly. I see. Mixin? Wait. No. There we go. Okay. Build this again. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're having a workflow. We're having sort of a workflow here. How about now? Oh. Video game workers.
Press enter to enable the narrator.
Welcome to Minecraft. No, that is Minecraft, yeah. Cool. Hello, Fabric World. This is going to be LPP Homes World soon TM. So this is my log. Perfect. Awesome. So now when I start it prints it. Isn't that nice?
Press enter to enable the narrator.
Press enter to enable the narrator. Is she Polish? Is she just Polishifying English words? That's very funny. Alright, thank you, we have our own music. Thank you, Minecraft, thank you. Here, let me fix this because we're gonna be testing this. So, awesome. That works. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Alright. We have our first step done, I guess. Let's keep on keeping on, as they say. We know what to do to make this all happen, so let's keep on keeping on. Now what? Now what? Alright, let's read a little bit more about this, because I am a little curious, honestly. Why is this pinned? This? No. Unpinned. There we go. I pressed the wrong thing. This is really nice because with this one command you can just kind of migrate to a new version of Minecraft. It's gonna probably be very handy once the thing is done. Fabric command line tools. What is that? Fabric command line tools CLI can be used by mod developers to generate new mods directly from your terminal. Okay, well, they use Dino. This is like the problem with like of the multiple standards I see. There's like, I have already Twitch to get like the Twitch dev tool you use for development. There is something called Scoop, I believe. There is Dino here. Windows has Winget. It's like everybody has its own package manager for Windows now. On Linux, you have the classics, which is RPM and such. I mean, you have DNF or apt, but there is also Flatpak, but there is also this and there's also that, you know, like Chocolatey. Yeah, there you go. That's another one. It's just everybody has their own tool, you know, everybody has their own standard encompassing all the old standards. XKCD comic once again coming right up, you know. Okay, I'm not interested too much in this. I'm more interested in, there we go, Java doc. I'm more interested in how to do this. So getting started. Wiki or the official documentation side? Let's see wiki. Documentation is probably going to be useful. Fabric wiki. This is big and bright. Languages. FAQ. Creating your first mod. Item block. Saving custom data across restarts. That's going to come in handy. Data generation, mod generation, make sense. Creating commands. That's going to be very useful. So let's go through that. Brigadier. Brigadier is a command parser and dispatcher written by Mojang for use in Minecraft. Brigadier is a tree-based command library where you build a tree of arguments and commands. Source for Brigadier is here. In Minecraft, Mojang Brigadier command is a functional interface which runs some specific things and throw a command syntax exception in some cases. It's a generic type S, which defines the type of the command source. Command source provides some context in which a command was run. In Minecraft, the command source is typically a server command source, which can represent a server, a command block, archon connection, in some cases can be a Clement command. Okay. Single committed in command run takes command context as the sole parameter and returns an integer. The command context holds your command source of S. Yeah. Like other functional interfaces, usually use a lambda. Yeah, of course. Server command source provides some additional implementation specific context when a command is run. This includes the ability to get the entity that executed the command, useful. The world the command was run in, useful. And the server the command was run on. Okay. Interesting. Commands are registered by registering in command registration callback in the Fabric API. For information registering callbacks, please see the callbacks. We'll need that. The event should be registered in your mod's initializer. The callback has 3 parameters. Command dispatcher is used to register. S is the type of the command source. Okay. Second parameter, yeah. Third parameter is registration event. I'll probably read this again because I won't remember all this right now. So I'll probably come back to this. It's highly recommended to static import the com methods in command manager. In the mod initializer, we just register the simplest command. Beautiful. Command registration callback. Okay. Command registration callback. Okay. All right. Let's. I don't know if we'll need a mixin even, but we'll see. So this is They said this is a Minecraft. Yeah, net Minecraft server command manager. Import static net Minecraft command. Not server command, my bad. Server command manager. There's command parser here. Okay. Command registration callback. No. I'm just looking. I'm just like kind of browsing right now what they have available here. Command. Okay. This does look a little bit like you want to like they just create a command per. Let's do command manager right now. See what it has to say for itself. Command registration callback. I didn't see command registration callback, but maybe it's a type. It is a type. Oh, it's fabric. Okay. There we go. That's a little more like it. Fabric MC API command v2 command registration callback. Okay. Event register. Dispatcher. Let me just copy this. And we're gonna parse this here. Event register, dispatcher registry access, environment, dispatcher register, literal. Okay. Is it in command manager? No. The method literal is command manager dot literal. Okay. So essentially, there you go. There it is. Okay. Full executes context. I need to like reformat this so that I can like parse it in my brain when I see this. Okay. What about this parentheses? Parentheses, I think like this. Okay. The method send feedback. Okay. Literal full executes context. For versions below 119, replace text literal with new literal text. We don't need this. For versions 120, remode. Below 120, remode directly. Yeah, we don't need that as well because we're on 21. Method send feedback is in the type server command source is not applicable for the arguments. Okay. It's probably because text cannot be resolved. Text. Net Minecraft text, I presume. Text literal, code food, no arguments, false, yeah, now it's happy. So what you're trying to tell me is that now when I build this, yeah. I got the idea here. Now that I build this, mods, remove, add file, homes, launch. What happens? Here she is. Single player. World name. Testing. Let's be in survival, I guess. Oh, lovely. We're in fucking... Okay. Starting off strong. We're in the fucking middle of mountain nowhere. Powder snow. Just the way I like it, you know? Where the fuck is the... There we go. I think I have like 70. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe. Okay, so now what you're telling me... This is actually kind of cool spawn, all things considered. Here, let's get this render distance a little bit higher. Let's get simulation distance 12. Let's get this to 60. We don't need to be doing any crazy things here. So what you're telling me is that if I do /foo, oh, there is /foo. Look at that. Called foo with no arguments. Look at me. And there is an incorrect argument. Okay. Perfect. So that works. That's a good starting point. I like that starting point. Lovely. Let me very quickly make a comment out of that because I don't want to lose this if we start to tinker a little bit with it. Oh. Sorry. Add source. Prepare base for mod dev. There we go. Things got renamed. This is working. This is perfect. Lovely. Okay. Moving on. So, command registration callback is something that Fabric provides. I guess just what we really need is just the Fabric API command. I saw that when loading right here, loaded all these Fabric APIs, but in reality what we just need is command v2 at this point in time. So this one. The question is if I want to bother with excluding with depending only on that or not. I don't know. Not sure about that, but for now let's just keep on going, I guess. No reason to optimize everything for the start. It's just a homes mod for the server. Okay, let's keep reading. In the send feedback method, the first parameter is the text to be sent. Okay, which is a text in versions below 120 or supplier in 120 and above. Yeah, avoid instantiating text objects when not needed, so please don't use suppliers of instance or similar methods. The second parameter determines whether to broadcast the feedback to other operators. Okay. If the command is to query something without actually affecting the world, such as query the current time or some player's score, it should be false. Exactly. Okay. If the command actually does something, such as changing the time or modifying someone's score, it should be true, because it's going to notify the ops in the server then. If game rule send command feedback is false, you will not accept any feedback. If the sender is modified through execute as, the feedback is sent to the original sender. Okay, whatever. If the command fails, instead of calling send feedback, you may directly throw command syntax exception or command exception. Interesting. To execute this command, you must type /foo, which is case sensitive. The command will not run. This is a very nice little comparison. If desired, you can also make sure a command is only registered under some specific circumstances, for example, only in the dedicated environment. Dispatcher registry access environment. If environment dot something. Okay, we don't need that, but that's useful. In the example above, the use of static imports is used for code simplifying. For literal, this will shorten to literal. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I know how to do this. I know what that means. Add requirements. Let's say you have a command that you only want operators to be able to execute. This is where requires method comes into play. The requires method has one argument of a predicate, which will supply a server command source to test with and determine if the command source can execute the method. For example, this may look like following. Dispatcher register /foo, requires source has permission level, executes context, you are an operator. Okay, interesting. So essentially this could come in handy if we do if I would like this call mod to have some configurability in it, but I want only ops to be able to configure it, if that makes sense. Like, for example, if I don't know, want to be able to increase the amount of spaces, the amount of homes you can add as a person, as a player, or decrease it, you know. That's something only ops should be able to. But set home, del home. Maybe operators should also have like overriding things. So like, for example, I'm kind of trying to think of what we want from this mod as well while I'm yapping about this. But I imagine that everybody wants to be able to set home, TP to the home, delete the home, right? From their list. It would be nice to have names as well. List homes could be useful. Let's write this down. Let's write this down. I'm yapping about this. Let's write this down. Discount. Plan of action. The mode will be complete. Shall we complete the below functionalities in the mod source code as the needs of the mod shall then meet our needs on the server. That probably makes sense. All right, number 1. Well, no, commands we want. There we go. What do we want? We definitely want /home. That's the main functionality. So TPs you to home. Can be called with /home name, which will hydrate. You got it, sucker. How you doing? We can be called with /home name, which will TP player to home of given name. So requirements. Supports multiple homes. TP's player to home they provided. I'm gonna just write these down and we can just cross them out. Doing good, doing good. Putting in some work today. It's been a Friday. It's been a nice chill Friday. Can be called with, I don't know why I capitalized can, but no, it stays. It stays. I capitalized it, it stays. What else do we want? We want set home, right? Or do we want to do it home set? So that everything starts with home. So that when you do /home, it will also hint you at all the other commands. Home set could be useful. Home help. That will be useful. Home del. Home list. Home. Name. The rename. Okay, question, because maybe it's gonna be it makes more sense if we do it like this. Like /home is just gonna be the main one, right? But home space set would set it, right? Del, etc., etc. Instead of essentially creating a billion different commands, we just have /home as a starter, and then we do these. That sounds useful. Rename, help. Op commands we want. Home something. Configure something. I don't know. I want to add probably a couple of ones that could be... It makes it a little more difficult to call it this way, I guess. But I don't know. I'll have to think about it if I want it this way or if I want to lump them together like this. Home help, prints help with available commands, depending on who called it. Ops will also see op commands listed. That's going to be useful. Let me just do this. And now this is an addendum here. Let me do this as well. I like making these. Depending, depends on who called it. Up, also see the commands listed. Home rename, renames a home from A to B. A home, new name. So, the kitties were so quiet I didn't realize what time it is. I don't have timestamps. That was what I was missing on this chat. Mod icons. Chat appearance. Timestamp. There we go. Yeah, it is late. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. I would like to add, this is going to be an important one, migrate homes from other mods. This is important. Up only. I don't want to be able to have everyone redo their homes. I want to be able to eventually launch this on a server and do home migrate name of the mod, for example. And then it would read the different config file from that other server and from that other mod and copy everything and migrate everything to ours, if that makes sense. So that would be very, very useful. And I do want this. This is important. Swap these. Home set. Sets a new home where player is located at this point in time. At the time of calling the command. Deletes an alt, deletes an existing, name. Lists available, lists homes available to the caller. Name TPS you to home of given name. It's interesting. Okay, can be called with home name, so it will TP player to home of given name. Let's rename this. Can be called without name to TP player to default home. I also maybe want to add home default name. Mods usually solve this by just having a home named main or default or something like that. I think it would be a little more person friendly, user friendly, if you could just set the default on your own. So like you can name it whatever you want, home farm, let's say, and then say home default farm. And yeah, so the default would be the first one you create always, but then you could change the default if you really badly want to, which I think would be very handy if you like travel, but like sometimes work on some other place. You know, that you could set a new home to be the default and then eventually TP temporarily back to your home and then actual home for materials and then just /home back. Yeah, I like that. Home. something. So name is required. Fails without it. First set home is the default. By default. That will make sense. Deletes an existing home. Name is required. Confirmation required, maybe. That's a question mark. List homes. Ops should be able to look up others' homes. List should include home name, coordinates. Yeah. Default changes default home to name. As always, name is required here. Prints help with available commands. Up commands we want. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, interesting. Okay, we have something here. This plan of action is going to be very important. We will have to follow it. My goal is to just be able to change this minuses into pluses as we go along. This will stay here, and we'll just simply refer back to it as a little to-do list. Of course, as you can probably tell, I'm not gonna do everything. This is not gonna happen today on this one stream, but I'm hoping to have at least the beginning of the story, some sort of prototype, if you prefer, to kick off based on next time. Let's keep on reading then. The requirements. This is important. Including command blocks. Command is not registered. Would be really nice. Yeah, this is why you cannot tap complete most commands when you do not enable cheating. This is interesting because I wonder if you can do the same thing for arguments. Let's keep reading. Arguments are used in most of commands. Sometimes they can be optional, which means if you do not provide an argument, the command will also run. One node may have multiple argument types, but be aware that the possibility of ambiguity should be avoided. Yes, in this case, we add one integer argument and calculate the square of integer. Literal mul argument. Oh, dot then argument. I see. Executes. Integer argument type, get the integer, context, and the name. Okay, so we're just fetching by strings, essentially. Result value, context and feedback. Okay, in this case, after the word mul, you should type an integer. For example, if you run mul3, you'll get a feedback message mul3 times 3 equals 9. If you type mul without arguments, the command cannot be correctly parsed. Note, for simplicity, integer argument type, that integer and integer argument type, the integer can be replaced with integer and get integer with static import, yeah, whatever. Optional second argument, value 2. How did you make it? Oh. Okay, so okay. So if I do this, echo executes. Okay, echo executes this. Then argument message Argument type. Brigadier arguments, yeah. Com Mojang Brigadier arguments. Import com Mojang Brigadier arguments. What are the options here? Bool double float integer long string. Beautiful. So string argument type. In this case. String. Okay. Then... Okay, hang on. So register... I need to like parse this a little bit. Dispatcher register would do this. Okay. Command literal echo executes. I'm trying to like tap this in a way that makes more sense to my brain, essentially, if you're wondering what I'm doing right now. Then argument. Where's literal from again? Command manager. Argument. Okay, so this is that. Executes, presumably. Context. So if my understanding is correct, I should be able... Cold echo with no arguments. But if I do context this, then I should be able to do string message equals they used what? String argument type get string context mod ID. Is that correct? No. Public static final string echo message arg message. So that way this goes here, and then I can just text literal message. So this way, okay, something is brewing in my head right now. Something is brewing. I think I understand slowly how this can come to fruition. Excuse me. Let's do a little build. Let's do the usual. Oops. Mods, remove, add file, LPP home, launch. The game started right here. We bring it to its needed area. So now if I do echo, an unexpected error occurred while trying to execute that command. Well, that doesn't tell me much. How can I enable logging when shit like that happens? I'm gonna have to look that up probably in the... Okay, but if I do testing. Okay. I did something wrong. I understand. Okay. So Hmm. 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 Okay. A little confuzzled right now, but maybe I didn't read something. If you give one integer, the score of the integer is calculated. If you write two integers, the product will be calculated. You may find it unnecessary to specify similar executions twice. You can create a method that will be used in both executions. Yes, yes, of course. Yeah. A sub command, that's gonna come in very handy. We're gonna keep reading that in a second. I want to make this work first. Executes, CTX gets source, yeah, whatever. So did I make a mistake here? Command dispatcher register. Command manager literal. Argument builder. Executes. Context. So this should just execute with no arguments. Let's return 0 here. Then command manager argument, echo message arg, string argument type string. Yeah, it returns its own type. Executes context, string message, get string context, echo message arg, context get source, send feedback. Did I miss something? Okay. How can I get Minecraft to log more? Let's start with that question. How can I get Minecraft to tell me more? Is creating your first mod gonna give me a little more information? This is very comprehensive and very very like informationful, by the way. I love this. I love the fact that this is like reading the Minecraft source. It's okay. We'll get there. Applying changes without restarting Minecraft. I should have read about that earlier. Restarting Minecraft can take a hefty amount of time. Thankfully, there are tools that allow you to apply some changes while the game is running, and also called hot swapping. Run Minecraft in debug mode to apply changes in code. Click the build. Yeah. Allow enhanced class redefinition as a VM option. Fabric development true is an important one from what I see. The new location is launching the game hot swapping classes. Oh! Okay. Okay, sure. I can add this to the launch. Presumably in the settings. Well, actually, for now, I'm gonna be fine. I think I'm not gonna bother really that much with this. This workflow is fast enough as it is, so whatever. Okay. However, they did what I do want to know about is the environment, presumably. Conventions, reading a Minecraft source, setting up the development. let's do this first. Minecraft APIs. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Oh. Oh my god, they're advertising this as an AI code editor. I'm gonna fucking vomit, dude. Holy shit. Lovely. Oh. Gradle VS Code. Sure, let's do this. So this should have made... Yeah, it did actually. This is pretty cool. So you're telling me that if I just launch the client here, it's gonna just start? Oh, look at that. And it crashed, but... What is happening here? Hang on. This might be way more handy when it comes to starting this. Mix and apply for mod fabric rendering V1 failed. Well, I mean, I don't... Surprise! Haha, well, this is awkward. I love this. I love these little comments they drop. That's so funny. So what are you telling me is that this doesn't work right now? For some reason. Why doesn't this work? Let's try again. Maybe it just needs to be tried again. Yep. Nope. I was thinking that would work actually. Okay. Let me see if there's any information about this on their website. The wiki maybe has something. Well, this is not my problem. I think when it comes to all this, I kind of prefer my old version, but I would also like to have these logs appear. So critical injection failure. Is there like a Fabric API version I shouldn't be using? Maybe that's it. Maybe it used like the older version than it's supposed to be. 133.4. Well, there is a one for one. There is a 0134. So maybe that's the problem. Maybe it like provided a wrong version. I use the one. I think this is probably it. I use the 134.0. Yeah. So, which loader is here actually? Also, because this worked. 117.2. Okay. So let's try this again. Let's exit this. Cradle VS Code again. Cradle build. And now, if I launch Minecraft client, what's gonna happen? Okay, it caught the fact that I do need this, but it also okay. Oh. How about this? Now it has to redo everything. Did it do? No. Yes, maybe. I don't know. I guess it did. Let me do this. No, it's still doing something. Okay. We're gonna wait. Okay. What about Gradle VS Code? Will it update anything? No, maybe. So what if I now run it? It loaded 134. Okay, it works. Sick.
Press enter to enable the narrator.
I will press enter to enable the narrator. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to that world, I guess, because it's gonna be a new one here. Okay, not much worse or better, I guess. Shush. Oh, we got an option. All right, echo. What happens? That doesn't change anything. That doesn't tell me anything. But at least... Huh. Okay. I guess I have to take a closer look at this. But it's nice that I can just start Minecraft from here. It's a really nice addition. Okay. Logs. Logging. Maybe I should go differently. Debug. Okay, well, that doesn't necessarily tell me much. Doing bytecode. Yeah, I don't want to look at bytecode. I want to, like, see debugging information. I want to know why command failed if possible. Don't tell me what to do. I will use what I want. Yeah, I know that I'm probably making my life worse by using VS Code. I know. The, as they called it, open source AI code editor. Can't wait for the word AI to disappear from that website once this whole shit just fucking falls apart and crumbles. Alien with no pomp or circumstance, yeah. I actually want to see, can I like, let's do it like this. Can I just put a breakpoint here and run this? Will it just capture it? Oh, beautiful. Okay. All right. So debugging works. Awesome. Okay. All right. So what did I fuck up then? Let me see. Let's keep reading. Maybe we will find an answer. Listening to events, whatever. Creating commands. That's where we are. Okay. I think there might be something. I would like to open.
You ara 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 you ara.
Jace, thank you so much for the 55-month resub. Thank you so much. Thank you. We needed that break, actually, I think. My brain definitely needed it. I can tell you that much. R. Oh, you cut that in half? Oh, thank you. All right, let's keep reading here. This seems to be a newer website. Maybe it's gonna have a little more information. Or maybe it's just copy-pasted. I don't know. To add a subcommand, you register the first literal node of the command. Normally, to have a subcommand, you have to append the next literal node to the existing node. Okay. Okay, so this essentially answers my question. Because if I have a command manager literal here, and I can just probably add a requirement to it, and that will be a subcommand this way. Clever. Interesting, okay. Command redirects, also known as aliases, are a way to set to redirect one functionality to another. This is useful when you want to change the name of a command but still want to support the old name. Let me see. Literal executes. Literal echo. Maybe there is an already echo actually. LPPP echo. Let's call it LPPP echo. It might be as stupid as there is this ambiguity. You know, it's not. Maybe as stupid as a little disambiguity between the names or something, that there is already /echo in there. Oops. Build. Continue. No. Unexpected error occurred. I wish I could know what this error is. Rendering. Codecs, networking, whatever. Debugging mods. Console and logger. Breakpoints. Conditions. This is yeah. Consoles of previously executed instances are exported as log files. I feel like I'm just missing something. Particularly stupid. All right, let's get this figured out the silly way. So essentially what we're trying to do, let me connect this here a little bit. Register executes. So the problem is here. Wait, what? Something is very wrong. 1 second. Like this. Okay. Wait, am I silly? Like this. There we go. I am free. Welcome to the world of free, Norby. So if I cut out this, what's gonna happen? If I cut out this, let's say. Extended by 20 minutes? Of course they were. Because that's what we have to be doing at fucking 9:30 p.m. to our fellow students. God, I love college, dude. College is so awesome. Oh, whoops. Oh, okay, so this works. Okay, so this works. What if I comment this out like this? Going there again? Fair. Okay. I guess this can't be... Maybe, you know what? I have another idea. Maybe this can't be used as this. Integer... Let's try using this. They use like a formatter or something for that multiply test command. Let me see here. Yeah, formatted. Yeah, just the regular string stuff. Okay. Okay. Still something's wrong. So I have to assume that I just made a boo-boo. What could be the boo-boo is the question. Integer, argument type, integer. Executes context. Value, get integer context value. Context is here. This is just, yeah, the name of the thing. This is like one-to-one the same. I don't know why. I mean, the same. It's not exactly the same, but... Okay, so first of all PPP echo is not important. It has to be something with this. Does this like throw or something? Is there like a way I could figure out? I mean, if it threw, it would just break the whole mod. It would break the whole loading, the whole game. So doesn't seem to be the case. I'm amazed I'm like stopped on this, honestly. I really don't know what could be wrong. I really don't know why would it be mad at me. Here, let me look at this example again. Argument. Is argument something else that maybe it's something wrong that I pulled up? It should be a command manager thing. Wait, actually. One parenthesis. Second oh, I understand. Oh my god. This shouldn't be here. This has a method called executes, and then I can add one more parenthesis because I have to close the then block. Okay, I understand what the problem is. Okay. People swear by the builder thing. And I mean, sometimes it makes sense, I guess, but it's also sometimes very annoying. Echo, blah, blah. Oh my goodness, it works. Beautiful. Wow. Okay. That took way longer than it needed to, but we got there in the end. Is always the way. I mean, I wish. How you doing, Noah? Unfortunately, in Minecraft, we have to use logger.info. Unfortunate. All right. They said subcommands. To add a subcommand, you register the first literal node of the command normally. Then in order to have a subcommand, one needs to append the next node of the existing node. So you do then executes. Today in work I spent maybe 1 hour 30 minutes working out of 8 hours. Well, happens to the best of us. Not gonna lie, happens to the best of us. $20 minutes was a daily. It's Friday, you know. Gotta get down on Friday, etc., etc. As a very important poet in our lifetime once said. Okay. All right. I'm trying to like wrap my head around how I want to do this. Because I will not create a giant tree of executes then. This is just no way. I'm not gonna do that. You can forget. What I want to do instead, let's call it /home, because that's what it's gonna be called. So the way this would work right now is that if I had a private void execute home command, this needs the command context server command source, I believe. Context. So if I moved this here, oh, it needs to return an integer. My bad. Executes homes mod execute home command. Is this bad? You don't want to? The type does not define that is applicable here. Does it need to be public? Oh wait, I don't have the command context. That's probably the problem. Command context. Okay. One second. Command context, yeah. Working in Gov is weird. I always think I had take so much time and and every time I say, oh, I'll do it probably by today, team is like, well, fast. Bro, it took 3 days for 20 lines. Well, nobody's in a hurry, right? Where the fuck is command context? Is it here? No. Is it? Is it part of command manager? No, it's the parser. Where is this coming from? Did they mention it here? Server command source. Oh, the brigadier. Oh, my fucking bad. I forgot the brigadier is a part of this. Import mojang brigadier command. No. Context probably. Yep, there you go. There she is. Okay. Does it have to be static? It has to be static. Oh, fuck. Okay. Register returns the node. So, okay. Let's untangle this a little bit. So if this is if I'm going to do it this way, withdraw argument builder. You got it. What is in there? Server command source. Syntax error on token, delete this token. You're telling me I can't just... Wait, okay, hang on. This is the builder. Executes, returns the builder as well. Okay, so that's what should happen probably. Let's comment this out for a second here. Why is this a problem? Oh, you know what? I know why. I know why, because I'm looking wrong at it. Should be like this, dispatcher, register, command, builder. That's what should happen. Okay, that's how it should be untangled. Okay, and now I should be able to do command builder then. Okay. Should be able to just paste this here. Then this executes. Yeah. The reason I'm doing it this way is because I want to avoid doing the giant tree of disaster in form of like nesting command manager argument executes, etc, etc. I want to like possibly define all the sub commands somewhere else and just in a loop create them and add them here. Just so this is a little bit cleaner and it doesn't involve writing a bunch of builder stuff. Am I allergic to this pattern? Maybe a little bit. But you've seen how fucking long it took me to figure out the problem that was just a parentheses misplaced. Because I misread it in the documentation, so... Command builder, I guess this is how this has to become like this, yeah. It technically should return itself, but I'd rather do that for safety. So, in general, if I want to pull this out, I would like to have this part like this. Argument is returning required argument builder. We will need a required argument builder here. Argument builder. Is it a template? No. Oh, it's probably mad at me because it's a raw type, yeah, exactly. So server command source is what you want. Oh, there's more. Oh, and the string. Okay. So if we have public static and execute message echo command context server command context, we have that. and I do and executes lppp homes mod execute message echo. Awesome. Okay. So you're telling me that this should work the same. This should work the same. Okay. Okay, this works the same. Awesome. I don't know. For me, this is more readable, but I guess it's fine. Okay. Okay. So let's start working. Let's start prototyping here. I want to have a set command. So you're telling me that I can do sub commands as well, right? So if I, for example, do instead of the required argument builder, if I do, well, I can actually leave this argument because it's going to come in handy. But if I do literal argument builder, server command source, sub command builder equals command manager, literal home set command. This is just for whatever reason, we're going to be home set. Just change the resolution to the one you streaming from 480p. As on the classes, I had to lower it to not have Teams freeze. You can actually see what I'm writing. You're welcome. I can also like just do this, you know. I don't have to be sitting at a too high of a resolution. This should be a little more visible. I'd like to have a little different layout for the coding streams though, because I think that, yeah, Teams is a very horrible resource hog. Because I would like to maybe have the code on full screen. I gotta work on that. I gotta think of that this weekend. I hate Teams as well. So let us join together in our hate of Teams. Okay. Public. Actually, let me see how they did this. Executes subcommand. Yeah, okay. So if I have public static and execute home set command context, server command, source context. Let's just place this here for now. Called home set. So what I'm trying to do, executes homes mod, execute home set. And I'm trying to also do subcommand then. So essentially command build, wait. Command, subcommand builder, then arg builder, command builder equals command builder, then subcommand. Subcommand builder. There we go. I actually also want to test one thing. I don't think I have to do these. Okay. Repeated modifier. Where's the repeated modifier? Oh, I did the right public for no reason here. My bad. Boom. Boom. There we go. Oh, it's already 10 p.m. Shit. Interesting. So it didn't catch the... Oh, you know what? Because I added the subcommand builder earlier. That's probably why. Like, I first have to do the arc builder and then I have to do the subcommand builder. Silly me. There we go. Okay. All right, that makes perfect sense, actually. So, how do I want to do this so that it makes sense? I'm thinking a map here. Between just a string, which would be the name, and on the command server command source command. Why are we crying? Import unoired. Import Java util map, hash map presumably. Hash map. Silly. I forgot how to use hash maps in Java, I guess. Well, first things first, I can shorthand this like this. Variable declarator ID expected after this token. Why would you want hash map string command? Yeah. Am I silly? Yeah, string to command server command source. I'm so confused. Would it actually not build? Oh, I know what the problem is. I think I'm sleepy is the problem. That's the problem. I forgot how to program. Forgot how to programming for a second. You have to excuse me. Okay, one more thing. Right, there is map off. Right. So I'm thinking subcommands would be home set command here, and it would go refer to LPPP homes mod. Execute home set command. This is parentheses is in the wrong place. Entry. What did I say? Yeah, entry. Oh, sorry. I know what the problem is. Static. You can actually do Zen mode here. Oh. Okay. Whatever that meant, Elgato. Whatever that meant. Okay. So, I guess the question is, how would I add arguments then? But that's a problem for next stream, look, I guess. I could make a struct. Not struct, the class, it's a Java. Can I do this would be a callback. There's probably a clever way to make this happen. I don't know if I wanna bother with it though. Now that I think about it. Unless I'll do this and I'll do command manager literal home set command executes homes mod execute home set command, and then I'll do then manager argument. And I'll do the build here. Literal. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't bother with automating it. I think I'll just do it manually. Well, there's no reason to put more effort into this than there needs to be. Okay, this is actually also gonna come in handy because, like, I'm thinking how to do this to make us like the least code duplication possible. In all these cases, this command accepts the name of the home potentially. Sometimes necessarily, sometimes not. I guess I'll have to give this a thought offline, and we're gonna come back to this topic on the next productive stream, which probably is going to be on Wednesday. Because I think for now, it's about time we wrap it up. This is a good start, though. This is a good starting point. We have a nice space set up. We know what to do with this. We think we will have a blast making a little home mod for our server. Do note that I will update the server regardless if the original mod that we use right now gets actually updated, but if it doesn't, then server stays on without copper golems until this is done, because I want people to have... I mean, I can also update it without home and then just add this back when it's available. I don't know. I'll see. I'll think about it. Doesn't matter. We don't have to chat about the server. It is 10:30 p.m. We have to chat about wrapping up and going to sleep for today.